Did you ever notice that voice in your head that keeps talking, that never stops, that keeps telling you things all the time? Sometimes it brings back the mistakes you made yesterday again and again. Sometimes it carries the fears of tomorrow into today. Sometimes it declares the day will be bad, even before you get out of bed. That voice is so persistent that for years you thought it was you. But in truth, that voice is not really you. It is only echoes stored in the archive of your mind. The words you heard in childhood, the judgments of others, the memories of failure, the fears and the regrets. Your true self, your real essence lives far beyond that noise hidden inside silence. Imagine a lake. When the surface is calm, it reflects the sky with perfect clarity. Clouds, stars, and the light of the moon become a magical mirror on the water. But when you throw a stone into the lake, ripples appear. The voice in your mind works like those ripples. It makes the truth look different and blurry. You take the broken reflection as reality, but the sky above is still clear and steady. When you look from another angle, you see there are ripples on the lake yet. From above, the image is still stable, and there is one more important question. What happened to the stone? And what was that stone today? We dive into the depths of that lake. We go beyond the noise at the surface and we see the clarity of truth. This journey is the path of leaving the cage of thoughts and discovering the endless silence within. We will climb this journey in 7 steps. Each step takes you deeper. Each step breaks more chain. Each step reveals more of your light. Remember, you did not come to this journey by chance. These words did not reach you by accident. There is no such thing as coincidence. This is a stop prepared for you because now you are ready. Before we begin, write 777, the divine power code, in the comments and subscribe to the channel so we walk this path together. Be sure of this. When you step onto the next steps, nothing will be the same. If you are ready, we begin. Step 1, understanding. The voice is not you. There is a voice inside your mind that never stops. All day, it talks. You are not good enough. You did it wrong. Be careful. The next mistake is coming. Night comes, and you want to rest. But it pushes through your sleep with whispers. Maybe for years you accepted this voice as my thoughts, yet this is the start of the biggest mistake. The truth is this: you are not that voice. You are the one who hears the voice. You are the observer. The voice is a shadow. It is an echo born from memories, fears, and rules learned from the world. Your past created it, but your essence is far beyond it. That voice keeps feeding you dark words and tries to make you unhappy. Imagine a stage. In a theater, when the curtains open, many characters come out. Some shout, some cry, some laugh. The audience sits in the seat and watches quietly. Thoughts are the actors on the stage, but you are not an actor. You are the person in the audience seat. You may laugh or cry while you watch, yet you never become the character on the stage. This is your relationship with the inner voice. Maybe until now you put yourself on the stage. The way to quiet the dark voices is to sit in the audience and watch the thoughts. The key is to follow every voice calmly with no comment. Think of nothing else, just observed. Do this once a day. Then you will realize these voices are only the stone thrown into the lake. They sink and settle at the bottom, where you will not see them again. This awareness is the first hammer strike that breaks the chain. When you question what the voice says, you see it does not define you. The voice can say you are a failure, but it is only a line in a script inside you. There is a silent core. No voice can reach. Ancient wisdom spoke of this long ago in Hindu teaching. It is called Atman, the unchanging essence. In Sufi paths, it is the voice of the heart. In Christian paths, it is the whisper of the divine. All point to the same truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that notices thoughts. You are the hand that can guide them. Now pause, close your eyes, and listen to the voices rising in your mind. Maybe even now, they argue if this is true. Maybe they remind you of plans. Ask yourself, if I am the voice, then who is listening? When you feel the truth inside this question, you have climbed the first step. Step 2, tasting silence. In the first step, you saw that the inner voice is not you. The chains began to loosen. Now we taste the truth behind the chains. Taste silence. Close your eyes and take a deep breath out. Side there may be sounds, a car, a bird, a phone. Inside there may be sounds, things to do later. Is this for me? Yet behind all of this, there is a deeper space, silence. This step carries you into that space. Silence is not only the lack of sound. Silence is the essence of your being. Time seems to pause there. You hear the beat of your heart and the flow of your breath and the pure hum of your presence. The whispers of the mind step back and you touch your own essence. For the first time, most people never sit doing nothing, even for 1 hour in their life, so they never learn. They can take back control of their inner voices. Think of a glass of muddy water. If you keep shaking it, the water stays cloudy. Put it down and wait, and the mud sinks and the water clears. Your mind is the same. When it keeps talking, the surface stays cloudy. When you stop chasing the voice, silence appears and the truth becomes clear. By itself, silence may scare you. For years you built your identity. With the inner voice, its absence may feel like emptiness. But this emptiness is the purest fullness. It is the doorway to divine peace, deep awareness and freedom. Tao called it the natural flow. Rumi said silence is the language of the divines and masters. Said, when the mind is quiet, truth is heard. If you practice even half an hour each day for 1 week, you begin to change. When thoughts come, you examine them in a neutral way. They no longer hurt you. They pass like clouds. Your task now is to taste silence. For the first time, for a few breaths, observe the sounds and then listen beyond them. Listen to the silence beneath. Then you feel the pure field hidden under the noise. You see the voices you feared are harmless, and you take back the control of thinking. This feeling changes you. Once you taste silence, you can no longer accept the voice without question. You know there is freedom behind it, and each time you choose to move closer to that freedom, silence is not only a moment, it is the echo of your true essence. When you taste it, you are ready for the next step, drawing power from silence. Step 3, drawing power from silence. When you first taste silence, your mind may stop for a moment and your heart becomes light. That peace is only the beginning. Silence is not. Only calm silence is the source of power. Imagine. A tree in a storm, branches may break and leaves may fly, but if the roots go deep, the tree stands strong. Silence is your root. Each day it helps your roots go deeper. Life storms may hit you and chaos may rise around you. Stay connected to silence and you do not fall. Your power grows from within, not from outside. Others may not notice. They burn in their own chaos. You reveal your true power with your quiet center. Learn this now. Silence is not passivity. Silence is active strength at the center of your being. When the mind shouts, you choose quiet. When fear rises, you choose calm. When anger wants to burn you, you step back and observe. This is real power, born from silence. It may feel hard at first. Practice and you will do it. For years, thoughts ruled you. Fear came and you surrendered. Anger came and you lost control. Regret came and it turned days into prison. Because you looked for power in thoughts. The real power was behind them in silence. Silence does not break you. Silence lifts you up. This may be hard to grasp now. Do not fear. You can do it. Ancient warriors knew this. Before battle, they meditated and found the silent heart. They knew that the one who stays quiet in the loudest moment makes the right move. You can do the same. When you hold silence at the center, you manage the storm instead of the storm managing. You remember, silence is not escape. Silence is facing the truth. When you run, you grow weak. When you face, you grow strong. Silence is not to flee the noise of the mind. Silence is to see the truth behind the noise. When you rest in silence, fear cannot rule you. You become the observer and the master. Once you do this, you notice the mind was playing games with you. Think of the hardest moment in your life. Your mind said thousands of things. You are finished. You are helpless. You cannot carry this. If you had connected to silence, those words would have passed like clouds and the sky would appear. This is the lesson of this step. Silence holds the power to quiet the greatest storm. Step 4, carrying silence into life. You tasted silence and felt its power if it stays only as an inner moment. The effect is short. True change begins when you bring silence into every area of your life. Silence can stay with you in the middle of daily life. Imagine waking in the morning. Before you touch your phone, listen to silence for a few breaths on your way to work in the traffic. Allow a moment to notice your breath without following the whispers. In the middle of the day when something makes you angry, remember silence before you answer. These small moments can change the rhythm of your whole life. Staying calm and observing always moves you forward and helps you find your true self. Silence brings you back to the center, even in outer chaos. Staying centered is hard, but not impossible. Think of a flower. A flower makes no noise, it grows in silence. This silent growth is a mighty transformation. A small seed sends roots and breaks the soil and reaches the light in silence. When you bring inner silence into daily life, you begin a quiet and powerful change. Your roots go deeper and your trunk grows stronger. Note this: well-carrying silence into life does not mean removing all sounds. Phones will ring. People will talk, plans will slip. Silence becomes your steady point in the middle of all of this. Like the deep ocean stays calm, while the surface storm events may shake the surface of your life. When you hold the deep silence, you do not lose your ground. And even if you shake, you return to center and pass through the wave. In this step, you bring awareness with silence into daily moments. When you drink coffee, feel only the taste. When you walk, notice only your steps. When you listen to a friend, do not prepare your reply in the mind, just listen. These are forms of silence lived in life. Each small practice ties you to stronger roots. Whatever you do, focus on that one thing. Many people walk while thinking only of the destination. True awareness is to stay with what you are doing now. When you carry silence into life, you notice something else. Others start to change. Your calm spreads to them. An angry person slows down in your quiet presence. Without trying, you touch hearts and they feel it. Chaos suffers less. Near you, silence is contagious. Carry it and it spreads. Then silence is no longer only your experience, it becomes part of the fabric of your life. This step leads you from inner search to life-wide transformation. When silence becomes a way of living, you are ready for the next step, sharing silence with compassion and mercy. Step 5. Sharing silence with compassion and mercy. Silence transformed you and changed your rhythm. But the journey does not stop here. True silence is not only a treasure you keep inside, it is meant to be shared. When silence joins with compassion, it lights the lives around you. A candle can light another candle without losing its own light. Silence is the same. Your silence and peace can light the darkness of another. Approach anger with patience. Listen to a broken heart with understanding. Stand beside someone without words. The power of your silence reaches them. You touch their heart, and they find relief. Mercy speaks a language stronger than words. With silence, you say, I hear you, I see you, I am with you. This often creates a deeper bond than long sentences. Silence does not judge. Silence accepts unconditionally. This is what the human soul needs most, and many never learn it. Think of the people in your life, your mother, your friend, someone you have not seen for a long time. Each carries unseen loads, hidden pains, unspoken fears. When you offer your silence with compassion, you become a mirror. They remember the peace they forgot inside themselves. In your presence, they come to you more gently, because your wings of mercy are open. Sharing silence is not about grand acts. Sometimes it is only listening, sometimes looking without judgment, sometimes offering a shoulder. These are silence made flesh. Through mercy, each small move calms the storm inside the other and can bring peace. Compassion is the outward hand of silence. Silence brings you to your center. Compassion brings you to others. Then silence becomes a space where your family, your friends, and your community can breathe. This makes the change stronger because peace grows when it is shared. At this point, a new door opens. When you share silence with compassion, you feel a bond not only with people, but with all beings. The wings of birds, the smell of soil, the touch of wind. You feel one with everything. This prepares you for the next step, uniting silence with nature and the universe. Step 6. Uniting silence with nature and the universe. You found inner silence and shared it. Yet silence is not only a bridge among people. Silence also speaks with the language of nature and the rhythm of the universe. Imagine walking in a forest. Leaves whisper in the wind, light falls through the branches onto your face. No words are needed, the forest speaks. Without words, the smell of earth, the melody of birds, the distant flow of water, all are notes in the silent song of the universe. Open your heart and you feel you are part of this song. A deep peace fills you. When silence unites with nature, it becomes a form of worship. Each breath is filled by the gift of tree. Each drop of water has traveled through the earth for many years. When you listen in silence, you touch the memory of the universe. That memory whispers this truth: you are not separate. You are part of the whole. Look at the sky, at sunrise or under the night full of stars. The wonder you feel is silence, joining with the universe. The stars do not speak, yet they seem to hear everything inside you. The moon says nothing, yet shines on your deepest wound. When you look at the moon, it speaks to you through your feelings. This is the silent language of the universe. When you are quiet, you understand it. Learn here that silence has no borders. It does not stay inside four walls. It echoes on the lake, it expands on the mountain, it stretches through the sky. The more you grow quiet, the more your breath falls into rhythm with the universe. You may notice your heartbeat and the wings of a bird move together. You may notice the wind and your inner whisper sing the same melody. This silent bond with nature prepares you for a greater truth. One who hears the silent song of the universe becomes free from inner limits. Time, space, worries, and fears melt inside this universal silence. You feel one clear truth: silence is the greatest gift the universe offers you. Silence united with nature calls you to the next step, uniting silence with your identity. When you hear the language of the universe, you begin to ask, who am I really? This question leads to step 7. Step 7. Uniting silence with your identity. You met silence, you felt it within. You shared it with others, you joined it with nature and the universe. Now comes the greatest change. Make silence one with who you are. Silence is not a passing moment. Silence is the pure core of your being. Most people define identity with labels: name, job, age, past success, or wounds. Beyond all of this, what makes you, you is silence. Silence is not tied to time. It was with you as a child and will be with you when you are old. Success may change and losses may grow. Silence sit is the seed at the center of your identity. When you practice what we speak of here, you reach a point where even your quiet presence gives the strongest answers. I am not telling you to stay quiet in every talk. I say that in the right moments, silence does not lower you. It lifts you up. Close your eyes. Now listen to the voices still speaking inside. Be successful. You are not enough. You made a mistake. Think about your future. They come and they go. Pull back and notice there is an essence that hears them without judging and without forcing change. That essence is your true self. That essence is silence. Here is the central truth of this step. You are not the sum of those voices. You are the awareness that hears them. When you identify with silence, no label can define you. You are not only a name and not only a story. You are a timeless being made flesh. When silence becomes one with your identity, life becomes light. Criticism does not wound you. Praise does not intoxicate you. You know these are passing shadows. You are not the shadow. You are the light, how others see you. Your roles or your past do not change. The truth of silence. Then you see that silence is not an empty hole. It is the greatest power. It clears decisions. It heals relationships. It rests the heart in peace. You are no longer lost in the noise of life. You stand in the center behind the noise. As one of the chosen who stays grounded, here appears the gift of the journey. Silence is no longer something outside you search for. Silence has become part of who you are, walking, speaking, working, or sleeping. Silence is with every breath. You are not only a piece of silence. Silence is a piece of you. You are the chosen one. You found silence. You united with it. and now you build your life upon it. You climbed 7 steps, and each brought you closer. In this last step, you joined with silence and found your true identity, final passing through the gate of silence. Our journey reaches its end. Through 7 steps, you opened an inner door, from voices lost in noise to your own inner silence. In the first step, you faced the whispers, then you found the clear sky behind them. Each step took you deeper and free. Now you stand here where silence is one with who you are. You are the chosen one because you dared to walk this path. Most people spend life inside echoes of the mind and fear their own inner space. You crossed that fear. You did not run from silence. You welcomed it. Now you are not only living, you are awake. Remember, silence is not passive. Silence is the language of the divine. It carries a truth above all inner conflicts. Whatever storm comes next, the silence in your heart will be your compass. Your life will not be the same each morning you wake. You will listen, not to the mind, but to the silence behind it. You will decide not in panic, but in peace. Words of others will not cut you. You will be the echo of your own silence and not the echo of their noise. Each time you fall, you will remember the quiet strength that lifts you again. You are the chosen one. This journey has no final end. Silence will flow into every moment of your life. It will shine in your breath, your steps, and your eyes. You are no longer only a listener. You are silence itself. Today is a threshold for you. What you learned on these 7 steps has become an inner legacy. Each new step takes you deeper and higher. If this journey touched your heart, write 777 in the comments and subscribe to Eye of Horus. Take it as a seal and a confirmation for yourself. Remember, you are not alone. Thousands walk the same path in this community. Every comment and every share strengthens each other. We are warriors of silence. We are carriers of peace in an age of noise. When you close the screen and return to life, carry one thing with you: silence. It is your greatest treasure, your strongest tool, your most faithful friend. One day, you will look back and say, when I was quiet, I spoke the most. When I stood still, I walked the farthest. When I chose silence, my life became an endless song.